FGFRC out here at the Avon Park Aero Modelers Club. I'm going to take up the FMS Super Scorpion 90mm version 2.
Motor armed.
Hold on.
Careful. Motor is deploying the track.
Several features on this plane. It's cool. Got a hard nose cone. The inlets here are all plastic. She doesn't have any lights. I wish she did. She got some really nice trailing link suspension gear. 90mm jet, great sport jet, very smooth flyer. Now she looks like would be super fast, but in all actuality she's not as fast. And this is the 6S. I didn't want the 8S because I don't want to charge 2 batteries. And yeah, here we go. Right. Left, up, down, right, left. All right, got the KM model afterburner in there, not that you can see it right now. Good flying jet. Now we got a little bit of a wind, it's kind of cross breeze, but not too bad. Okay.
Takeoff flaps.
We do our takeoff flaps, timer set for 4 minutes.
Timer reset.
And here we go.
Flap gear is up.
Like I said, unfortunately we have no clouds today, which usually pilots like clear blue skies, but not RC pilots. RC pilots want clouds. It's a good flying jet right here. Very smooth, very stable.
Time remaining 3 minutes. Deploying retracts. Landing flaps.
Come by dirty. Look how slow that thing flies.
Flaps are up. Landing flaps. Braking. Cruise mode.
All right. We're turning around here. Now I got a little bit of feel for it because I haven't flown this plane.
2 minutes.
I haven't flown this plane in a hot minute.
Braking. Cruise mode.
All right. Come on, get turned around there. All right.
Takeoff flaps. Flaps are up. Gear is up. Landing flaps. Flaps are up. Time remaining 1 minute.
There, a little grass landing there for you. All right, let's go here. Take off one more time. Let's see if we can take off in the grass. Now I don't know if our grass is not. You see them wheels are buried.
Flap. Take off flaps.
So I'm not sure, but we're gonna try.
30 seconds.
Yeah. Okay.
Flaps are up. 20 seconds. 10.
There, a grass landing there.
Timer expired.
All right.
Braking. Cruise mode. Motor is secured. Safe to approach.
All right. We were 8 seconds over on that flight. We're going to do another flight here in a minute, and we'll take it back to bench after that one. But I always forget how much time I had, so I'm going to check the battery real quick and tell you how much we had left. 43%, so that's good. That's excellent. Okay. All right. That is the first flight. We'll take a short break, and we'll come back. We'll get you a second flight here in just a minute, so stay tuned. Well, hell yeah, folks. I got Flyers RC. How y'all doing? Out here at the Avon Park Air Mileage Club. Second flight on the Super Scorpion 90mm. Gonna take her up, do the second flight, have some more fun with her. Great flying sport jet. And my wonderful camera precious has told me, she said, this time when I go up and do my little flips, do it on this side, not that side, because of the camera angle.
Motor armed.
It's easier for her to see it, not lose it, hopefully. All right.
Take off flaps.
Got that KM model afterburner there. Thank you, KM models. Man, I wish we had some clouds today. Regular full-size pilots dream of clear blue skies. RC pilots want cloudy days. All right, reset my timer.
Timer reset.
4 minutes, and here we go. 5,000 HRB.
Flaps are, gear is up.
It is windy right now. Taking it up. Inside it sticks. Oh boy, does that sound good. Well, that does.
Time deploying retracts.
Making sure my gear is down. And it is.
Landing flaps. Take flaps up.
That was awfully high.
Landing flaps. Braking. Cruise mode.
That's funny.
Flaps are up. Time remaining 2 minutes.
We're going to leave the pause. I'm going to pause for just a moment. I want to adjust something real quick. Alrighty. What I just did was, I noticed that she really balloons an awful lot when I take off. I mean, when I'm putting in landing flaps, so I put in 15% of down elevator. I'm going to see how that helps. Probably too much, to be honest with you.
Flaps are up. Gear is up.
Let me get her up high here.
Landing flaps.
Oh no, that's perfect.
Deploying retracts. Flaps are up. Gear is up.
That's not how.
Deploying retracts. Landing flaps. One minute. Flaps are up.
I didn't like it.
Landing flaps. Braking. 30 seconds.
Not the best landing, but that's okay. We're going to take it. I don't want to push that batter for another one.
20 seconds.
Just a great flying jet, very stable. It's actually very easy to land, you just got to get your timing down.
Braking. Cruise mode 10.
Just give you an idea of how well she handles on the ground.
Timer expired.
Drives around very easily.
Braking. Cruise mode.
All right.
Motor is secured.
All right,
Safe to approach.
4 seconds over that time.
Flaps are up.
All right, let's take it back to bench, talk about it. All right, we're back. That was the second flight on the Super Scorpion version 2 from FMS. The 6S version. Yeah, she's plenty fast. I don't need the 8S version. 39% left, so 4 minutes is perfect for this plane, for the 5000. Let me show you where CG is. Then I'll show you where it is on the back. Well, you know what? I got the hatch off. Let me show you my setup inside. Okay. Number one, this is the 7-channel Limit RX Gen 2. I have a satellite coming off of it, plugged up under here with the antenna going back, and these front antennas at 90 degrees. This is a 5000 HRB with a 50C discharge. The wood tray, basically 2 finger lengths in on that wood tray, and you see where that first strap is. I haven't moved them straps. That's where they have them by factory. So that's perfect CG right there. Okay, so now you know where the battery is versus CG. Put that hatch back on there. Oh, I got everything in the way now. Nice, nice pull. Make sure that latch is closed. CG on the plane is 150 to 160 millimeters back from the leading edge root. That's where the wing touches the fuse. So right there, I've actually got it written on there. So just right there, you see that for a landmark for you, that wheel well, if you'll bring your finger in, basically about an inch in from that wheel well, and you'll see this fill mark here where you see the spar going through, put your finger at the end of that opening, and that's where she CG's at. And anymore, I mean, there's all kinds of controversy about where to check CG at. You know, I like it with the gear down, right there. Slightly nose heavy with this type of jet. This is not a death Dorito. You're not trying to high alpha with this plane, but I'll go ahead and do it from the other side. Okay, because I've also got it marked there. Slightly nose heavy. And then we'll pay attention to this gear, how long it takes to go up and down. Okay. All right, so the gear's up. So let's check it with the gear up. I mean, let's do it all. You know, check it with the gear up, check it with the gear down. You know, again, more level with the gear up. So that is absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. Now the nose cone does not come off, just so you're aware. Pay attention to how long it takes this gear to come down. Because that's what you really, what's that, about 6 seconds, 5 seconds? Because that is really what matters. All right. Now, on the first flight, I noticed, like I said, I haven't flown this plane in a while. I noticed that when I put in landing flaps, she ballooned on me a little bit. So I knew I needed some down elevator trim. So let's go ahead and cover that right off the bat. For the flap systems, flaps up are 100% no mix. Takeoff flaps are 50% no mix. Landing
flaps
is 0% with a 15% down elevator. So pay attention to that elevator. See?
Takeoff flaps.
You see it move a little bit?
Flaps.
All right. And that's got a 2-second deployment.
Flaps are up.
All right. Now the rates that I flew in, like I said, I've got a Limit RX Gen 2, so I don't have forward programming, safe, and all that, just wind mitigation. All right, so all I got is my rates. The rates that I just flew in, ailerons are 125 with 30% expo. Elevator, 125, 30% expo. And rudder, 100% with 40% expo. Kind of helps soften that steering going down the runway. So there you go. All right. The plane does not have any lights, but the pros of the plane is that she's very locked in, that overused phrase, very easy to fly. She looks intimidating, but she's not. Those great big twin rudders, they really hold this plane in nice and stable and give you a nice stable flight. Okay, the wings are nice and wide, and they got just a little bit of hedral in them. So just a touch, just a tiny bit. So she's very, very stable in the air, and she'll pick up some speed, and she'll snap rolls and barrel rolls, anything you really want her to do, she'll do. Flies inverted just as well upside down as she does right side up. Well, actually, I guess there's just a tiny bit of hedral, tiny bit. Very good quality plane, flies great, it's got reverse thrust, got flaps, okay? The rudders, the cons on the plane, the things I don't like. In the assembly, they have 2 ports that come up that are like receiving ports to receive the 2 bolts, or actually the 3 bolts, to put this plane in. You really have to line them up, and you may even have to shave a little foam around to get these rudders to lock in. They're very hard, but once they get locked in, they're in. They actually have an audible snap when they go in, and it's very obvious, but you may have to fight a little bit to get to that point, so don't give up. I almost did. And I was really mad. In fact, I even packed the plane up and fired a bunch of hate metal off to FMS. And then I started thinking about it, went back, and sure enough, went back together. You know, the old saying is, before you make a decision, sleep on it. Well, that's what I did. And I had to apologize. The other thing I don't like is there's no lights. I really wish they could have took the time to put a belly light, a top light, and maybe some end lights on there. They could have put it in the foam, put it in the mold. It would not have been that hard to do. And for $539 or whatever this plane, I think it was $539, they definitely could have afforded it and not charged anymore. Okay, but the one thing that I hate about this plane that is wrong, and is they have this, I had to do an extension. I hate using extensions, and I'm not good at soldering. So that's where the EC5 ends right there. Okay, it is hard getting these batteries in and out and then trying to fight with that super. That EC5 should have came to at least to right to here, and I wouldn't have had to have had an extension, but instead they got it right there, and it's very short battery lead. That was a big miss on their part. They should have given a longer EC5, and that's just a simple thing. 4 inches more of silicone wiring is all they had to do, but they didn't. But I had the K in my lavender burner. She's a stable plane. I guess she's $539 for the 6S, $569 for the 8S. My price was $539 for the 6S, because that's what this is. All right, folks. Well, thank you so much for watching. This is Fat Guy Flies RC. Got Porn Stash Bob there at the helm. This is the Super Scorpion version 2. And thank you, and God is good. And don't forget, faith, family, and friends, and the sport jets. Bye, y'all.